Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm here today with an Atlantic League semifinal game. Max Goldman joins me today. Max, how you doing?
You good. It's fun to make it to the semifinals in regional leagues, right, Justin?
It is fun. I did that last year, but not sure what that would be like this year, or indeed in any other year. So we've got Jim, we've got Josiah. Both of them were number one seeds, so this is a random sides game. Jim is the looks like he's going to be the USSR for this one, and he is. So we watch from his side. Max, take us through this opening hand.
Uh, it's nice. It would be nice to get some access, but headline Olympic Games, try and not lose that, which is honestly easier said than done. And take a NATO coup and then duck coup of Malaysia and see if you get Asia off for Dom.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I was thinking I'd just headline Asia and go from there. Um, but yeah, Olympic Games headline's interesting. Asia headlining Asia frees up your hand, gives you some flexibility. But okay,
Like,
he's just gonna
what
go with
else are you gonna
Asia.
do with duck? Like, what are you gonna do with duck?
Yeah, so that is the question. So obviously this is going to be a NATO coup of Iran. He hits the roll. Now you do risk when with just one in Iran, you
Runs.
risk a coup back. So we'll see if Josiah is going to do that. No, he's not. Well, and probably Malaysia. All right, Max, would you still do the duck coup with Asia scored here?
Now I don't know, but if it was up to me, like if you're gonna do this regardless, I don't understand why you'd headline Asia instead of Olympic Games.
Okay. All
Right?
right.
Like
Well, so
if
Jim
this
decides to
if
do the
this was the
duck coup
line of play you
anyway.
were thinking, yeah.
Hits the
So
roll.
it's more of like if Jim thought out the hand and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna duck coup Malaysia," you shouldn't headline Asia scoring, right? You should go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so now with Asia scored, so Jim looks like he's going to use his four op, going to put three into Thailand. And then thinking about a fourth in Iran, but
I
you're probably going to eat a coup in Iran, right? If you're Josiah, is probably going to take a swing in Iran,
yeah.
get the last coup there, right?
Under containment, I feel like you got to.
Yeah. So no, he's not going to.
Oh,
I was wondering if we might see one into Afghanistan or Pakistan just to make sure we don't lose access to Western Asia. But okay, Jim now looks like he's going to coup to protect Iran, and I like this decision from Jim.
yeah. Would you go Panama or Egypt here, you think?
I think I like Panama just because a three does something,
Yeah.
whereas Egypt you really need a
Something.
five to do anything.
Cool. Yeah. Even just knocking him out of Egypt, like I guess under containment, you probably have the option to take it back, but it's still effort on the US hand on the
Yeah.
US side to have to go back into Egypt.
Oh, okay. And Josiah gets off a contained Korean war. It misses. I suspect he'll take South Korea and maybe one Libya here. No, one Algeria. Yep.
Sure.
Algeria not
I
usually taking turn one, but on a board like this with DEFCON already down at two, it makes sense.
I would consider like one Algeria, one Iraq here, just so you have access in case you don't try decall or destall and you want to like make the walk.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. This could be one. What do you like? One Algeria, one Syria here on AR6.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Syria. Laos fine. Laos is fine. I don't know how important it is with Asia scored. But okay. So I guess you've got to take if you're Josiah, you've got to take Libya here. You probably want to overprotect France too, even with De Gaulle gone.
And of course, if you get one more into Algeria, you'd love it, but that seems like more ops than you might have.
Yeah. So if you've got a clean three, which is upgraded, of course, to a clean four, you go two Libya, one Algeria, one France. Nope, he just got three. He got Libya, I think, is most important. Oh, he's going to go Panama. A little surprised by
Uh,
that.
I don't I don't like not overprotecting France there,
Yeah, but he's going to get away with it because Jim does not get a Europe attack card
and does not get 5-year plan.
and does not get Nasser either. He does get defectors, which looks like a nice easy hold to turn 3, and most importantly, does get D-stall. So if he wants to headline
which
D-stall here, he can do it. And
I
is
mean,
that
I
what you
think
do, Max? Would you headline D-stall here, or would you headline Middle
I
East?
think I mean Middle East is not going to get worse, I think. So, I mean, you have three obligations, right? You have to destall, you have to play drop Middle East, and you have to draw Europe. So I think just headlining one of the obligations is totally reasonable.
Yeah,
I like destall first though because it might protect Angola long term.
yeah, that's true. Okay, Jim decides to dump Europe, which I would 100%. I would like that play. Oh, okay. Well, no Middle East
Oh,
because Jim hits the big roll in Libya. Now he's going to score Dom.
but might lose Angola out of this. So, I think you could headline destall and score Europe later on. It's not getting better, it's not getting worse, right? So I think that would be my opinion.
Yeah, so if you headline D-stall, you take the coup. Then on AR2, you have to play ops again to protect Venezuela, presumably. So then you do have two scoring cards to play over your final four ARs. But I think I agree on D-stall. Now, the other thing, EEU is around, right? So
And problematic.
yeah, if you headline D-stall into EEU, that is an issue.
You do want to keep that one in France, right?
Yeah,
Well,
definitely want
no,
to have
oh,
maintain access to Algeria and UK.
yeah, but because you're holding Europe scoring, you could have handled the EU play. And see, okay, see, this is why I think you headline destall.
Yep. Yeah, I would much rather keep that one in France, even though France is overprotected. I like having access to
I,
Algeria if it empties.
I agree.
Yeah, now we get
Now you have to go to Venezuela. It just feels like it's a bit of a weaker destall.
yeah.
Oh, I don't think I like just giving up Zaire like that, right?
I think I agree. I'd rather go Zaire. Maybe Jim is worried about the fact that he has his
A
ops are
flip.
garbage. Maybe he's worried about Zaire immediately getting flipped, and he has really no
I
answer to that.
mean, he would have headlined Purge, and I would have think he would have headlined Marshall over NORAD also there.
True, those are
So he
both
probably doesn't
better.
have a four.
Those are definitely
So
both
I
better than
mean,
NORAD.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think headlining D-stall would have fixed a lot of these problems, right? Because the follow-up to the D-stall play is probably putting two in Venezuela to overprotect it.
yeah, or at least two Venezuela, one Brazil. Now the other part of that, of course, is that if you do that, Jim would need to score. Oh, and he's taking one from Canada, which I think I like given the NORAD situation.
I think I like it also. It really says, if you want to put three ops into Canada, you don't know when Quag's coming. That's three costly ops.
Yep. And so this has to be Venezuela. Yep. Okay, Jim's going to
Yeah.
dump Middle East. That makes sense. Defectors is an easy hold here. I mean, IP War is a fine hold as well if you want to take Pakistan and India, but I think I'd rather hold defectors.
Spacing decall to hold blockade, I assume? Or
Yeah,
he's going to give up blockade and dump Suez, maybe?
well, it makes sense because you had Sock Govs as the perfect card to dump to blockade. So I don't know. I don't understand why Josiah dumped Decall. If you had blockade, you just space Decall and use blockade to dump Sock Govs.
Yeah, and you burn Suez if you have Suez as the three. So if
Yeah,
not, I'm not totally sure why. Unless he's scared of a purge blockade combo T3
yeah.
holding decal.
I would much rather
But I
get
mean,
rid of. Yeah, I would. If yeah, okay, that's
I guess we'll
weird.
see what he's got left in the tank here. I think you have to overprotect Brazil here.
100% agree. 100% agree. You gotta overprotect Brazil. Um,
Uh,
I think it's more important
it's
than
a wasted
Egypt.
op in Egypt. Yeah, it's a wasted op in Egypt.
Okay, well, fortunately for Jim,
And he gets lucky.
yeah, just a one op. Also puts IP War back in the deck. Does not get into India, but he immediately redraws it along with CIA though.
Just that's now you're gonna lose Nigeria. To draw D-Cell turn 2 and not have Angola, Zaire, or Nigeria going into the mid-war is, to be honest, it's problematic.
Yeah. Okay. Jim points out correctly that Josiah was playing like a man who did not have a very good hand, so he was not worried about the Brazil poke, and correct he was. Now we go turn three. Can headline CIA ducks around? I think Purge is the headline. Oh, well, there it is. So now we're going to be holding CIA into mid war. We do get mill ops out of IP war, though. Or we
You
can go
event
Colombia if we
Vietnam
really
here.
want to.
You event Vietnam
Nope.
and
Nope.
try
Don't do
and
this,
grab
Jim.
Malaysia and flip Indonesia.
Yep.
Well, maybe we're going straight
Maybe
to
don't do
game
that.
turn 2.
Nope.
Game 2, right?
That's why we
Um,
read the warning labels. But okay, Jim's ops again are garbage, but
yeah.
he just headline purge, so Josiah's ops are going to be garbage as well.
Also, like, even if you're thinking that your opponent has a crap hand, like, you could have easily saved Vietnam for AR6 to poke Brazil,
That
right?
is
Like,
true. Although
all I'm saying
Vietnam would have
was,
given Jim Dom, I will say.
didn't you take Malaysia here because it's contested and not Burma?
Yeah, I don't think with IP war in our hand probably don't
Go ahead.
need Burma. Malaysia might have been
What
better.
is, yeah, what is with people in Burma in the early war? They- India's open, Malaysia's open. There's a bunch of better countries than Burma.
Yeah, Jim couldn't take. Jim
I
definitely wanted to
I obviously
reestablish
have a
Dom,
soft
which I
spot.
understand.
Yeah,
He
but
couldn't take India, but maybe he could have done something like one Vietnam, one India. But let's do the Michael Stryker thing that he loves to do during team games. Let's figure out what how many ops he has and where he wants to put them. So he's gonna IP War is an event. CIA is a hold. If you're not gonna play China, you have 7 ops: two Chile, two Argentina, and what else?
one Brazil. You
Yep,
have to put one into Brazil here.
yep,
And honestly, I don't know if I would event IP war. I would really consider a Colombia coup AR6 to establish Dom. Because maybe if you win that little realigned war, you have good rolls on Venezuela, you have access to Panama.
yep.
Like I think I would give up 2 mil ops to try that out, if I'm being
To
honest.
try the Colombia coup.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't hate
AR6.
that.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Because especially if you give up CIA, he takes a coup, you take a realignment of Venezuela.
Yep.
Huh?
Now Josiah, we didn't mention it, but Josiah had a known blockade in his hand, and he decided to just give it up right away. So I wonder if he redrew decall. Jim not showing any sign of wanting to contest West Germany. I think that's right. Truman obviously was seen, but could be a redraw. And there's
Yeah,
Marshall. That's a very nice Marshall for Josiah.
great, great event, right? Great commercial event. Canada picks up to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I disagreed with that. I really disagreed with that. I think taking the 2 op to on Colombia made so much more sense.
All right.
I'd
Well, we'll
really like to
see.
see this into Brazil. Okay, you get it?
Okay. So Jim not going to allow the mill ops. He's going to keep his 2 VPs. Okay, he's going to get 6 more VPs out of Middle East after the Egypt flip. So he does get a VP out of the extra op in Egypt, 1 op for 1 VP. And he takes Chile as well. So he doesn't take Dom, which makes sense because you don't want to give up the mill ops. And Josiah here's probably got to take Mexico, right? Nope. Maybe the extra in Angola?
It's an extra 2.
Yeah. Now, brutal redraws here for Josiah. He held something, so he could have held blockade. So he must have redrawn
He
decall.
must have put decall. Yeah, it's the only thing.
Okay, a nice hand for Jim here. Turn four, he gets no power cards and no fours, but he gets his best scoring, and he gets
Ooh, do you try and dump CIA through subs later in the turn so you can take
yeah.
the coup?
I think I would because after if you dump CIA on AR1, you're giving up the whole hand of information. You're losing
Oh,
Nigeria anyway.
yeah, I think you quack here, right?
I like Quag as well.
I would probably take the coup in Africa. I mean, you're holding South America, so obviously you're like, but again, taking that coup on Colombia would have made your life a lot easier this turn if you had won that coup war. Assuming you might have won that coup war.
Oh goodness, Summit.
Wow.
So
What
he just
the
rolling it even. Wow. Okay, Josiah.
what the hell?
All right. Jim looks like he
Okay.
wants to
All
give
right.
up CIA and
I
show the
don't like
hand.
that.
Now, so I'm guessing this will be a coup of Colombia. So Josiah will coup Nigeria, and then Jim probably wants to coup Colombia.
I think I would take CMC to coup Angola and honestly considered a China flip of Zaire.
Yeah. But then the problem is if you nuke sub CIA, you're giving up three coups in Africa. And then nuke sub CIA becomes way worse.
I mean, you put nuke subs into West Germany.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jim hits the big coup on Colombia, so now he can score his dom or he can realign, and he's just gonna take his dom. Would you rather realigned,
Oh,
Max?
I missed that entire screen. Things went way too quick for me. I didn't even see Libtheo go to space.
Sorry, no. Libtheo
I
was
don't think I.
discarded to Quagmire, and then Jim decided to
Yeah.
immediately
Oh,
score
yeah.
instead of realign. What do you
Sure.
think about that?
I think I would have. I think I would have considered eventing Panama and taking like a one up realignment
Oh
and just
yeah,
see if I hit it.
yeah. I think with Colombia at
Right? Like,
one, I would have rather scored my dom, but with it at four,
or I think I would have gone for one roll on it.
yeah. Okay, so Josiah gives up. Allende, not really a factor here.
But
Now,
do you
though,
like saving sock govs for AR7 here?
yeah, definitely. I don't like spacing the Pope, as I always do as the USSR. Camp
I
David's
mean,
annoying
I could
too.
not imagine.
Nuke subs is
I could
not
not
really a
imagine.
problem now.
No. I I personally think I would give up Pope over Camp David here, but I guess Middle East is scored.
Yeah, Camp David could be a hold. There's also nothing wrong with giving Panama right now and then trying the realign now.
And
Because what is Jim going to do with his ops? I guess he needs to fill India.
even even an even realignment of Panama, I guess you can't do that after giving a canal because of Costa Rica, but
Yeah.
yeah, just going for Venezuela, pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah. Pointlessly gave up three. Um,
And I think um Josiah would have still got arms race off here one way or another,
yeah.
is my guess.
Okay. So Josiah knows Jim doesn't have Africa because we showed the hand with CIA. And yeah, Africa definitely a big time disaster for Jim. I like sock govs on AR7 or AR6, excuse me. Although, I mean, given nuke subs early,
Why six over why oh yeah.
how bad
I
does
mean
a
maybe
early nuke subs hurt us? Not really bad.
not really that bad at all. Maybe put one more into Argentina. Or you just put subs into West Germany, right?
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so there's that decal redraw from turn three.
Yep. And Josiah now very quickly and quietly at headline peak. So he'll have that for a while. Yeah, I like the Sock Gubs
Yeah.
event. I like Nukes Up. The other thing is, I would like to see one in Vietnam. VR is gone, so I'd like to see Vietnam taken by Jim. Even though it's not contested, I'd like to see him take Vietnam before Southeast Asia is scored.
I don't agree with. Yeah. I mean, it's fine to just take Saudi, but I think breaking Europe Dom is much stronger.
Yeah, force Josiah to spend three ops fixing Europe.
And force him not to make an AR7 play.
Okay, wow.
Well,
So he's just locking up Africa, which makes sense. Nukes up. Okay, he is going to do the poke there. I like that too.
I yeah, but I just think Salka's like actually drawing three out is a lot more powerful of a play is all.
Yep. And
But
Josiah, not surprisingly, is going to pass on this coup and take
yeah,
Mexico.
take Mexico.
Okay, so Jim with a 9 VP lead, but Africa is a disaster for him. Central, not so good. This is a monster.
I know. That is quite the hand, to say
Walk
the
us through
least.
this,
Oh,
Max. Wow.
I mean, just seeing Brush and well, okay, Brush is also a pretty stupid card, so let's just call a spade on that one.
Three mil
But
ops. It's
the
three mil
ABM
ops.
must it's 3 mil ops, yeah. The ABM combo with Muslim to go for Zaire and Angola, Fidel is a card that you're so happy to see right now. Like you can and I mean, do you brush Panama or do you brush Italy?
Yeah,
I would go Panama after the Fidel event and just say, Europe, take your five eventually. Um,
yeah.
let's
I like
let
the
me
headline of
flip
ABM,
Central.
particularly into headline peak. I think that's right.
Yeah. I think Alliance I
But yeah,
would
missile envy
use as
sucks,
ups.
but there's nothing we could
Yeah,
do about it.
that's oh,
So whatever we coup here, we're gonna just get couped back right away, presumably. Especially
and
now.
hope that you roll bigger.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think there was anything Jim could do.
Yep,
If
you're
I were
still going to be
Josiah, I would
controlled
just
in
take
Africa.
a four op coup of Nigeria. It's not sexy, but I'd do it anyway.
I mean, a six is always sexy.
Yeah, unless Nigeria gets brushed.
Oh, coup Saharan brush Nigeria?
That's what I was.
Oh, well, like, would you, and then just go for like an even and central type thing?
Yeah, that's. I'm not saying that's the best play. I'm saying it's an option. I like missile envy for a coup in Saharan though. I think that's fine. I don't think we have a better use of two ops right
Um,
now. We have Asia
I mean,
Dom looks
Malaysia,
like
Vietnam.
six countries
Malaysia
to
and Vietnam
four.
are coming.
I do like taking Vietnam.
Okay, let's do the math. A brush of Nigeria brings Africa from 10 to 6.
Yep.
A brush of Panama and Fidel gives you central. Ooh,
Yeah. That's not a
you're
good
not
pull.
happy to show it,
Yeah, you're happy
but
to show Asia because but now so Josiah's going to return this and Josiah has no way to stop Dom here. Taking Malaysia will not do it. He'll still be down five countries to six countries to five. So I think just whatever Josiah does, we just score Asia immediately.
I agree. I think there's a higher VP upside to event Fidel and brush Panama than brushing Nigeria.
Yeah,
I
I think I
think.
agree.
Ooh, but now seeing Guatemala, I
Yeah,
would
maybe I would
definitely
trigger Fidel.
consider maybe your
Yeah,
Fidel or brush Panama.
yeah,
If
because what I guess yeah, what is Josiah gonna do to stop Asia Dom? We have China. ABM's gone. We have Brush.
no access to Vietnam.
CRGs would be annoying, but we could respond to that with China. Okay, well, it looks like Josiah is not does not have Central because he would have scored it right here if he had it.
I think I would brush Panama over Nigeria, but
I think so as well. Particularly with the VP track at plus 16, there's a chance we could win before Africa comes.
yeah. And it
Okay.
also frees up AFP a little.
Yep.
Um,
Sadat is fine, but there was no rush on that.
Tells me that Josiah probably doesn't have a lot of cards this turn to make an impact on the board.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
shuttle.
so let's for it. Ooh, and yeah, that's why if you're gonna brush Panama, I think you brush Panama first because that frees up Alliance a little bit, right?
Yep. Yeah, you're
So
happy to give two to Alliance. You don't. Giving three is a little uncomfortable. Okay.
yeah,
Jim decides to give Nixon, but he has China, so doesn't have to give up any VPs. Still puts a lot of pressure on here.
I think I would have just used China for ops and gone two Cuba, one Haiti, one Nicaragua with the brush on Panama,
Yeah, that's not
and
bad.
I'd be
Then
pretty
that
happy
takes the
with
Dom.
that.
Okay. So and it stops the. Okay,
Why?
he's just going to try the realigns again,
Yeah,
and it hits.
and I mean, you had a chance to take Haiti and Nicaragua, and you passed up on it.
Yeah.
Got no one to blame but yourself, right?
All right. Jim needs this roll, and he misses. Well, that's a classic brush for you.
Well,
For you, full strength
classic
brushes always miss.
brush. Yep.
Yeah, he's gotten power cards, he's gotten access, but his dice have been garbage. Okay, well, a,
I
a,
mean, and now he loses Vietnam. But
yeah,
okay, the dice have been garbage, but like losing Cuba's on him, right?
yeah,
He had the opportunity not to lose Cuba, and he bungled it. if you ask me.
Yeah. So yeah, Josiah had shown the willingness to try the even realigns. Jim could have used China and then given up the two VPs with Nixon. Instead, he decided to hang on to his two VPs. Okay, ooh, Kennedy for ops.
Yeah.
Although, I guess not much
Oh,
out there right now
yeah,
that
that's
Josiah is scared of.
no, but that I like that though. Dumping Kennedy into Cuba there with the VP track at 16.
Yeah. So OPEC here is GG,
Oh,
and I don't think we've
I would
seen
have
it.
invented. I
Oh,
would
we
have
will.
invented omit there.
Yeah, we will bury you is almost GG. If
Almost.
but to be fair,
Irma? Irma would make it GG.
yeah, if we had just taken Vietnam, but now to be fair,
Yeah.
uh, Josiah has headline peak, and he could have Africa, and he could have Central
Or Europe.
or Europe. So yes, Jim's Jim's three positive regions have been scored. Josiah's positive regions have not, and unfortunately for
And
Jim, he does not have a path here to 20.
and let's be realistic. If Central Africa and Europe come out this turn, it goes from plus 16 to plus 19 red to plus over plus 10 blue.
Yeah,
Because like I mean, we have kitchen, like we might either we're self-trapping or giving up AFP. Like
yeah, this is
this
an uncomfortable
the
hand.
VP
Jim held
track,
over A for P. Um,
it just got worse. It just got worse.
Yeah, so this is for sure a self trap. If I'm Jim, you've got a self trap. Special is no big deal. Puppets is minor annoyance at worst. You do need to cover Afghanistan, but yeah, A for P is not good. And then yeah, I don't know if we want
You
on a
can't
5 year plan
headline
Southeast Asia. It's probably going to be even.
you can't headline Southeast Asia in case of Usuri also.
Yeah.
So you headline the nothing burger to save your four. Honestly would have, yeah, and hope that you get a coup off on Zaire with
Oh, junta.
yeah, no coup for Jim.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised to see junta. I would have rather just headlined Africa personally. Just get out of this VP. If Jim had, if we don't know that Josiah has Africa,
Yeah.
but I think I
Imagine
prefer.
all three come out turn seven.
Yeah, that would be a huge break for Jim.
But now with the country count in Asia, like you need to have established an Asia Dom to have a chance in final with how Africa and Central are looking.
Yeah. So you want to take Brazil back, but if you do, um, Josiah's going to take Uruguay and set up realigns there. Jim was thinking of taking Burma and flipping Vietnam, which gets Southeast Asia to +2. Still no
I
path,
think
though,
I'm
to
taking
20.
We'll Bury You to Angola and risking the realignments.
Yeah, I kind of like that better and hope he misses on those rolls. Because
Yeah, and
otherwise,
then
you
you could
have,
establish Botswana.
yeah,
And that's actually enough to stop control and stop Dom even on country count.
yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you flip it, it not only stops control, it stops Dom.
Oh, but you can't do it with Bear Trap. That's yeah, if you're gonna do it, do it. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, I
you
kind
gotta
of
put one
like
more in
this.
there. Oh no, because you're just gonna get it flipped back with China or some like
So Jim could have overprotected, but instead he's going to allow the flip back. He could have overprotected, but that
so
opens him up to realigns. Also, Jim pointing out in the comments that UN is around, so we will bear you is not a guaranteed 3 VPs. Um,
there. Angola should be at 5-3.
yeah, I think it's probably more important than Burma right now, but we'll see. Okay, what are you discarding first to the trap, Max?
And AFP.
I think A for P, right? Because A for P could quickly become 5 now that we left Brazil how it is.
Yeah, AFP. Like honestly, if I did, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, could you explain to me when you could just flip a country, why you would
I don't
surround
understand
it
that at all
instead?
from Josiah. Just
Well,
flip Angola back.
just put the four ops into Angola and establish control, right?
Yeah. Now yeah. So Josiah can realign, but he could have just taken the country back. Okay, realign's fine. Now he's gonna presumably he will
Is
realign Brazil as well. Okay, now
so
Brazil
he
at +2. Okay,
okay. Now you're also like, well, you could be opening yourself up to a country count on. Oh, well,
well,
okay,
not
never mind.
anymore. So now
I know.
Josiah is has 6 countries to Jim's 3, and Jim is out of guilt-free ops here. I mean, special's fine.
If you're gonna score, score,
Yeah,
and then bear trap, score, then self trap.
yeah. Also, yeah, Jim points out correctly that I did not notice. Jim's flip of Angola turned off kitchen.
I saw that.
Um,
Kind of crazy. You look at this board to think that kitchen was like ±1 battleground. And there's two controls on the board.
yeah, 2 controls on the board. If it looks like neither of them are going to get scored.
Something's got to score, right? Oh, woof. Yeah, self trap. Just put dump the three into Argentina.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, I
I
like
like that.
that. I mean, I don't like it,
Yeah,
but it's the best play.
yeah. It, obviously, you want to be in a position where you don't have to self trap, but if you're going to, I think that was the right choice.
Yeah. All right. So it's AR4. And now Josiah thinking about what can I do to take advantage of this, and what can you do? Are you if he's got he already spent China and NATO. Okay, going to UN gunman. Yeah, he doesn't have much to take advantage of it. Um,
For us, he's just prepping for SAU, I guess, with that
yeah,
play. There's not going to be a scoring. Holy shit.
yeah,
So holding 5-year plan, if Jim draws Africa or Central, there's a very reasonable chance that he can 5-year plan a control. And if he draws Central and gets the coup off and he can get Zaire, he's actually like what's 20 VP turns into 6.
yeah. I
That
agree.
would be painful.
So Jim misses on the roll there. Special doesn't matter. And then yeah, you're gonna have to. You could space puppets. Um, the only problematic country
Is
that I
there
see for puppets is Afghanistan.
is there gonna be a reshuffle? We have not
Ooh,
no omit, no Kennedy event,
yeah.
couple trade backs of China.
Have we seen OPEC? Because Josiah just handed
No.
over a VP.
I mean, he's already in OPEC range regardless
That's
with
true,
four
but
in the Middle
I would have
East.
really liked to see Josiah space this turn.
Oh, yes, to get out of OPEC range because
Uh,
OPEC does happen before any of the scorings.
yes,
And
exactly.
you have no other way to get 2 VP.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
you
I
poke
mean, still
Libya,
he could
which is
he still
fine,
would
but
have
is
to
still in
headline
OPEC, and
one.
he gets OPEC.
Is there any blue card that's a 3 or a 4 that would give a VP?
Gotta be NTB.
Or an
Alliance
AFP
redraw.
redraw?
This so
Oh,
this is OPEC is GG here. Obviously, so how many redraws here? Looks like 2.
because and but NTB won't do it because you have Lily. NTB's one VP,
That's right.
so
And
you headline
NTB is not
OPEC,
good enough.
NTB, and then it event the Willy.
Yeah, this needs to
Imagine he
be
wins with the Willy here.
defectors. Um, ABM. No, ABM could coup Iran, but you still get to It would have to be
Then the
brush is no good because of flower power.
yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of paths here for the Willy to win, Justin.
yeah. So I like an I yeah I think you headline OPEC, and
And then
then
you
see what
shove the
Josiah's
Willy in
got.
if you need, yeah, if you need one more VP, just shove the Willy in.
Yeah, and yeah, shove the willy in. Sure. I don't understand
Yeah.
this.
Whoa!
Oh, Jim says be
What?
gentle to me. He completely fucked up. So okay, so it looks like he's not going to headline OPEC.
Oh,
Um,
oh yeah. When you see 3 VP and a win on the board, make your life more difficult and go to final scoring, right?
okay, wow. All right,
Oh
so missile
boy.
envy headline means Josiah can presumably headline Africa. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do, and he's
Africa,
going to get the 10.
that's
And he did have NTB.
oh my God, yeah. The Willy would have been the
So
win.
Willie would have won the game. Yep, yep.
Uh,
All right.
Tim, how do you feel that you could have used your Willy to win the game and
Oh
you
yeah, yep.
decided not
Oh
to?
man, God, Max Willie talk is just my, oh, it's my favorite part of Twilight Struggle. Okay,
But you know what?
um,
Deserving in this exact
it,
situation.
it yes,
This is
Willie
the
could have
time where it
been
really would have made the difference.
could have made the difference. Yeah, he would have NTB'd for a point, but then Willie is GG.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, Jim does get Europe
well,
and
we can.
Central with his 5 year plan. DEFCON is at
So we
5 now.
continue. So we just continue, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think you 5 year plan Central.
Yeah.
You give Europe. That probably goes without saying.
Yes.
Um,
Sorry. Can you not hear me?
no, I can.
Okay. So salt, I always like to event salt, um, but you can't
There's
do it here.
nothing. Yeah,
Now, what you could do is you could jam China into West Germany. Josiah can't fix, um, and then you can dump Europe for free.
why
But
can't
then
he
you have to score
fix?
Central, so that's useless.
Wait, why couldn't he fix West Germany if he dumped
Yeah.
China in? Does Josiah not have a 3 up?
Well, he has to play missile envy.
Oh, right.
Although DEFCON is at
You
5,
go
so if Jim did try that, which would not be smart, but if he did try that, Josiah could realign West
realign.
Germany at +1 and try and get him out that way.
But we also know how fickle +1 realignments are,
Yes, especially in Mexico, but in other countries as well.
especially in Mexico. Nothing like wasting 14 ops trying to realign Mexico at +1, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So Jim's got a space VOA. OPEC's still clearly an event.
What about like you have to burn kitchen regardless. So like what about like if you start off with like a kitchen coup of Vietnam to just try and establish Asia Dome?
Yeah, yeah, that's not bad. Okay, a 2 op coup, gonna go Laos. Yep, yep.
Okay, so Josiah had Max's thought. Now you have to drop DEFCON to protect
Yeah,
Thailand.
you got to drop
That's what
DEFCON or you
you're
got to coup Southeast Asia.
doing. I think you hold Willie might be a VP to stay into War Games range here, no?
Yeah, OPEC is gonna be 4. OPEC's
So
4.
Willie would have been
Europe is -5.
5. So
Okay,
yeah, so
okay.
Willie would
Well,
have got you even on War Games. Who's the higher seed?
neither. They're both one. They're both number 1 seeds.
So how does a tiebreak happen
It's
in
playdeck criteria, like US
your
Cup.
like? Oh, oh wow. Okay. Sorry for calling your league stupid, Justin.
Yeah.
I apologize.
All right. So he's
Yeah.
gonna. So could have put Kitchen in there instead. Just decides to get OPEC off for 4.
I
And
I think if you could be like using Willie to be at 6 VP instead of 5 is worth it.
yeah,
I think that's
yeah. So
stay on
not neither player
stay on the cusp if you can.
can event war games at +6 to win. But still, that stuff matters. Okay, here we go. And Josiah misses the roll. All right. So now
As we
v,
know,
VP
6 is
track got to go
closer
down
to
to
7 than
5.
5, right? 6 is closer to 7 than 5 is. So every VP counts, right? Because Pershing could be what puts you over or puts you at 6.
Yep, I agree. Okay. VP track at 5. Josiah knows about both 5-year plan and Central. But Bear Trap's gone, and Missile Envy is gone as well. So this would need to be
So
grain.
I guess Ortega is also, I think, good on Josiah for hopefully clutching China card for the rest of this game, I would say.
Yep.
Is put into Afghanistan. Wait, why didn't that do anything? Um, yeah, that's a great question. I think flipping it Indonesia makes a lot of
Yep.
sense.
I like that play. I'd rather, yeah, because
Is
Vietnam Revolt is still out there in the deck, so that could flip
out
Vietnam.
there. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly, exactly. I mean, being at 5 here is not terrible because Josiah doesn't have any scorings left.
Okay, so all of Josiah's scorings come turn 7, and Jim's able to 5-year plan away Central. Turn 8
Ooh, that's
hand is
bad.
problematic. Cal, which is active, Alliance, which is
Oh,
5, and Star Wars, which we could potentially turn off. Woof. How are we
okay.
going to navigate this?
What about a Vietnam headline? Cal AR-1 break South Korea and take Vietnam. And
Yeah.
then you could hopefully space Star Wars, hold AFP,
Well, ideally you
or space
space,
AFP,
right?
hold
Maybe you.
Star Wars. Yeah,
Do you risk spacing
it's
AFP
risky.
to
It's
try
risky.
and turn off Star Wars?
Yeah, all I'm saying is it's risky.
Yeah. So
Maybe,
you can't
maybe
headline
if
Cal
Josiah,
because it's active.
maybe if yeah, maybe if Josiah were to miss a space, then you could take the space on AFP and hold Star Wars. But still sketchy. It's sketchy. So even in the best of cases here, Jim's giving up probably 2 to Cal, 1 to NCO, 1 to defectors. Or does
Yeah.
NCO come with a VP? No, it doesn't.
No, North Sea does not come with a VP. Okay, so
No,
Josiah's
so
headline peak.
3.
Um, so what the heck are you headlining? You're going to headline Vietnam. Now
I think
Vietnam,
Vietnam makes a lot of sense.
yeah, one, two, three, four, five, 6 countries for Jim to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it doesn't give you Dom in the headline, um, but it's still a good headline. Yeah, Vietnam is a strong event here. South African's a good event too, but I don't think it needs to be headlined. Yeah, I like Vietnam better. And then we're just hoping that Josiah does not lower DEFCON here. Oh boy. Okay, realigns
Ooh,
of Thailand.
that's
Nope, just gonna take a coup and flip right away. That's annoying.
ooh. Um, okay, so if you're playing, if say you're, ooh, don't, I do not like this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do not like this at all.
I'd rather used Cal there and given up the VPs. Now we might
So
be forced into a
you might be
situation
giving up
where we're gonna
to
have
give
to give up
AFP.
alliance.
Um, I guess you brush Brazil right away.
Yeah, Brazil clearly the target here. And I don't see a reason to wait.
Because right now you're just playing, thinking, how do I get to 7 VP, right? Like
Yeah.
that's,
Okay. Jim does take the Brazil brush and he hits it. I like
I
that.
mean, South America, Dom or Control does help you get to 7 VP.
Yeah. Okay. Arms race, which we
Oh,
just
and
turned
it
off.
starts arms race.
Yep. We just turned that off, so that
Very
was
happy to
big.
see that. I think maybe space or no, established Dom, right? Use defectors into Uruguay.
Oh, I would have rather spaced Cal and maybe turned off Star Wars, right?
Oh. That's crazy. That's
I would have rather
crazy, you
Space
know?
Cal turn off Star Wars. Now maybe
Yeah.
what Jim was thinking was if well if he hits the roll and Josiah also hits the roll, then Star Wars becomes unspaceable, whereas Cal can always be spaced. But Cal's a big problem for us.
Then so let your opponent space first.
Yeah, I think yeah, space could have waited there, and now and also the other problem is now we have to give Alliance.
Yeah.
So if we had spaced
I mean
Cal,
that
hit it, then Star Wars and Josiah doesn't space back, which he didn't. And Star Wars is free, and then we can hold Alliance. But all right, Jim with a
yeah,
six
no,
VP
I
lead, hanging in there with and
but
I think
gonna
so.
give
He
up
events,
5. He's giving up 5 here.
yeah, got to give up one to defectors and four more. Yeah, he can't even poke with Alliance.
No.
So I'm fine with this. He's also given up North Sea. Uruguay needs to be taken, and it needs to be
Oh,
taken.
take defector's coup of Colombia after that. Yeah, that's
Okay, to maybe think about realigning with Alliance.
yeah, if you because with Yuri in effect, right? But
Yep, there's a space shot, and Josiah misses. So
this
wow,
is Star Wars would have
yeah.
been
Oh man, we
inactive.
could have held
Yeah.
Alliance. Okay. All right. Well, now we can presumably realign Venezuela, and then Alliance is only three.
Maybe you get Venezuela in one, you take the even shots at Panama.
Okay. Well, now you can definitely poke something. I think I like one Mexico, one Cuba, one Panama. But Josiah knows about Alliance.
When did Gunman get you end? Was it turn 6 or turn 7?
Um, turn six, I think. I think it's in the deck. Ugh, that's really annoying. Okay, he does clean him out. All right, that's a big roll, but still three on Alliance. All right, well, Alliance was looking like five at the start of the turn, so Jim gets out of it for only three. Um, and Jim did flip Egypt.
With
Let's convert. Let's
yeah,
say that. Okay, Jim did flip Egypt with his play.
and he gets 2 off II, which is
Yep,
not
he just got two off
nothing.
II War, and there's Middle East, but
Ooh.
um, no war games. So Middle East, he gets another DEFCON card. He also gets How I Learned though. Is
Probably
there a
that
reason to
shittier.
think about jacking up DEFCON here?
Eh?
The
I mean, maybe
discarders
you
are
could get
around.
there's
Oh, Junta. So he's going to get right back into Venezuela and get a coup off on Brazil, or no, he could realign Brazil. What do you do? Do you just coup Brazil, or do you realign it even at DEFCON three?
oh oh I don't know. Very
Yeah, okay, that's good enough.
yeah. But you have 2 4s, right? You could go one Brazil, 2 Venezuela here,
Yes,
right?
definitely. You definitely do that, and then Josiah has to fix, and then we space, right? No, I don't like this. Because now Josiah gets his realigns off first. I would rather.
You're gonna let oh
Okay, well, if that was how I learned, we just lost the game. Okay, so now we have two game losing cards in hand, so we're going to have to event how I learned. I don't like this. I would much rather
I
jam Venezuela because then even if we get realigned out of Brazil eventually, we have a path back in. Two
and
hangs in
like
there.
how you're doing this is also just like a loot.
Yep.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do this 2 ARs ago,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And you don't have the tempo to fuck around.
Yeah. Okay. So now we poke Venezuela.
I
So
mean,
now it's Josiah who's on the back foot.
okay, I will say this though, the what I'm gonna call the 2 ARs of fucking around before doing what he had to do, got CMC out, which would have ended the game.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. If Josiah hangs on to
Oh,
CMC, he wins. Okay, I don't understand this at all. Why realign? Just take Brazil. Okay,
just
well,
take the country.
yeah, and because
Take the
now
country.
Jim can take it back, although he's going to have to event how I learned.
I think how I learned first because there's gonna be some weird DEF CON
Yeah, and
stuff going on.
Jim, both players, in fact, both players need um,
Phillips.
both players need mill ops. Yeah, I don't understand from the play from Josiah. He did not need to realign. He had a clean three, um, and he could have just taken Brazil. I mean, yes, on his last roll, he could have. He did clean up Angola, which is not nothing. But okay, all right. So Jim gets his mill ops by eventing how I learned. So now, of course, Jim doesn't need mill ops now because he just got 5 of them.
Yeah. And CMC would have done it, right?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's
and
crazy.
you had just triggered grain there, and also Jim gave alliance, so you had to.
Oh,
Josiah had to know.
I don't like that. I think you see that you take the coup because you have a sense that it could be duck or it could
Yeah.
be tear down this wall. But either way, like, get the extra VP off duck, personally speaking. But
Oh, Jim, it's the roll. Yeah, or you could have
see,
realigned Thailand at +1 as well.
yeah, yeah. See, this is why I wanted to do this earlier, and I'm happy that he did because high DEFCON weird coups, right? Never
Yeah.
know.
Okay, and Josiah misses on
Never know.
his coup and gives up.
I th okay, thoughts on just dumping Muslim into West Germany
I
here?
love that idea, but I think Truman's still around, isn't he?
I don't think so. I thought we saw Truman turn 7 or turn 8.
Did we? Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe we
Sorry,
did see him turn 7. All right. Well,
it could
either
have been
way,
turn
jamming it
6.
into
It could have been
Brazil is
6.
also fine. Yeah, yeah. Jim says Truman's around. Jamming into Brazil is also fine.
Okay.
Doesn't have any of the same risk. And there is the scoring. Okay, so Josiah had the scoring, and here we go. Do we have a VP? One VP. We do not. AI War is VP, but we need a 6. No huge
Uh,
problems. Shuttle's an issue.
Gunman?
Yeah, it's a gunman
Well,
headline.
Shuttle's not an issue because yeah, it's turn 10.
Well, Shuttle's a problem. Okay, well, Shuttle's definitely not a problem now because we know Asia's not going to score. All right.
So one 4 up and then only has twos for the rest of. Wow, Reformer's really strong here then.
Yeah. Yeah. Reformer is a big problem. Yeah, that is not good enough. Even with us purged and not able to space any of these cards. Josiah's hand is terrible. Our hand is not good either. EEU though, not a
Okay,
problem.
Gunman goes into Brazil.
Yep.
EU or shuttle to Zaire, event Iran Contra, and go for Panama.
Yep. Or event Iran Contra is just a prophylactic measure. You're up 19. The only way you're losing this game is some kind of miracle reline stuff. Um, I'm fine with a. I guess
Yeah,
I'm fine with a one
I
op.
guess we did just see a really shit hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shuttle is free. EEU is basically free. The only ones that matter is the non-battleground because we're going to use Reformer to make Josiah's life miserable. Although, you know what, with Reformer we can't even break France or Italy. So EEU is free.
No, but Reformer as an AR7 probably stops Europe Dom.
Yeah.
So that's not nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Brazil here.
That's
Take a
fine.
three. Take
And then
no. Put a little oomph on this. Put a little oomph on this.
okay. Well,
I
gets
mean,
one in there. We'll see if Josiah
it's one.
immediately. He would have to immediately use his 4 to flip that.
Josiah needed a little bit more ops and needed Africa and Central to come out 5 or turn 6, really, is what it comes down to.
Yep. Okay, he's going to immediately use his 4. Yeah, now Josiah's just got ones and twos the rest of the way. So he will get this Africa off. But and he's going to get
He's fine
he's
all.
going to get his 10. He's going to get his 10 in Africa. He'll get his 7 in Central as well. Um,
It's not enough though.
but that is not
Not with the hand
enough.
he has.
Not nearly enough.
It's crazy where South America is right now. Like how it went from a strong dom with like very strong realignments on Venezuela to the top half blue to the top half red again. That is not usually a region
Yep.
that swings this hard.
Yeah, I would immediately event Reformer if I didn't know Josiah's hand, but we know Josiah doesn't have Glasnost, so I don't think he needs to do that. Um,
I mean, I think still Purge Reformer's still your best AR7, right? To
yeah,
stop Europe.
yeah,
I like AI
yeah,
or Iran Contra, sorry.
yeah.
I,
Jim
I
went for
really
AI
like it as an
War
event
to
here.
a 6, wins the game immediately. He also needed the mill op, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm fine just starting to overprotect stuff.
He 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 only has a 2-op. Is one he can break one country in final
Yeah,
for his AR6 for AR7. You're gonna break Europe with
yeah.
Reformer.
Just put
So
2 in West
I
Germany. You just need 2 in West Germany and 1 in UK, and that is enough to stop Europe Dom. And Josiah can't fix it. So yeah, I like it. I like it
yeah.
AR7.
I mean, hell, going like getting Sudan and Cameroon here and then dumping China into Algeria or South Africa basically turns Africa control to just Africa +4.
Yeah, that's true. Another point, we did see Camp David in Josiah's hand, so if Jim wanted AI War, he had to play it immediately. Um, so that's probably why he went for it right away.
Or yeah. I mean, I don't love it. I don't hate it. Like, yeah, sure, you roll a 6, great. It's one op. You don't have much to do, and you know your opponent has garbage in his hand. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I think trying to country count in Africa and use and like AR6 go or AR6 reformer into Europe and then AR7 China to stop Africa Dom. Or
Yeah,
hell, you could just oh maybe he's thinking I should event this. I don't know.
yeah, I like the Iran Contra event. So just looking at the board now, Europe is 5, Central is 8, and Africa is 10. That's 23. Jim has South America control. That's
Okay.
8. He's got
I
A
like
strong Middle East dom, and Jim's gonna be able to stop Europe.
I like
So
that overprotective India because India was a very natural break,
yep, very pokeable with that AR7 play.
very pokeable. But I think hostage crisis, your best one is no, no, it's Cameroon, Sudan, Cameroon,
Cameroon,
Sudan.
Sudan, still controlled.
Not if you put China into South Africa though.
That's true. Or into
And he,
Algeria.
yeah, okay. I think reformer here is what I would do. I, you know, he has twos, right? Like you know he has twos,
Yeah,
so it's not super strong.
yeah. This doesn't do much, but also there's not much Josiah can really do on this board. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yes, and Jim pointing out that Josiah doesn't have
Romanian,
mill ops, so he's just
the
trying to get.
Romanians stopped Europe Dom.
Oh yeah, you don't even need reformer.
Yeah,
You do need because yeah, Josiah can still take Europe down back with 1 op, but
yeah. So reformer's still
reformer is
the
still
way
the
to
right
go.
play. The Pope doesn't wouldn't have done anything anyway. Yeah, reformer event
No,
to West Germany, and it doesn't matter.
UK,
It literally doesn't
at
matter.
least one UK.
1 UK,
No, because if he has, oh yeah, it
it doesn't
literally doesn't
matter.
matter. You're
Yeah,
right.
1 UK and 2 Yugoslavia is fine.
Canada,
Canada. Yeah,
Canada
I know
sounds great.
you're partial to
Yep,
Canada.
yep.
Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. We know
Turns out
Josiah
we're
only has
like good at
twos,
baseball.
so He cannot get Europe Dom
G.
back. And so, congratulations to Jim. Jim takes game one of this series. We have at least one, maybe two more games to go. Winner of this series heads to the finals to beat or potentially be beaten by Ryan Pindelik, who is defending his Atlantic League title. But yeah, this was a good game. Congrats to Jim. Max, any final thoughts on this one before we wrap up?
Yeah. When you could win off OPEC, go to final scoring.
Jim did extend it for longer than perhaps it needed to be done. But yeah, game two going to be played on Friday morning, so I'll try and have it for you here on Friday afternoon. And then game three, we'll see if that is a thing that is going to happen. But excited for this wrap up to Atlantic League. I always try and have the playoff games here on my channel as much as humanly possible as we wait for Josiah's final play. And before we can wrap up here, okay, it's going to be a UN of decall and realigns in Brazil. That didn't work. That did work, but not nearly well enough. Jim takes the VP. Jim takes it by 11 VPs. So, congratulations, Jim. Max, thank you for joining me, and thanks everybody for watching. Have a great rest of your day. That was fun, but now it's done. So long, everybody.